Okay, good morning. So today we're looking at the Leadership College paper 2, November 2016. Okay, at this point you guys have answered the questions already. Right, so in question 1, we are told 19 girls were required to complete a puzzle as quickly as possible. The times in seconds were recorded and shown below. Identify in question 1.1, the question says, identify the median time taken by the girls to complete the puzzle. What's the median? The middle number of sorted data. Is this data sorted? Yes. So there's 19. 19 divided by 2 gives you 19 divided by 2 is 9.5. Which makes it the 10th number by girl. Which makes it the 10th number. Not so. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. Yes, so 19. So quartile 2, which is also your median, also known as your 50th percentile, is 19. You all okay with that? Then the question says, the next question, determine the lower and upper quartile. So the lower quartile is the median of the lower set of data, which is that part. The upper quartile is the median of the upper set of data, the upper half of the data. So if you look at this, there are odd numbers, so I cancel that out, which makes 9 numbers standing on either side. If it was an even amount of numbers, I would have split it and I would have said the one form parts of the top set and the other one form part of the bottom set. But since it's an odd amount of numbers, I cross out the middle number, which leaves me 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5, so it's the fifth number. 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the fifth number. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. So the lower quartile, quartile 1 or the 25th percentile, is 17, and the upper quartile, which is Q3, or your upper quartile or your 75th percentile. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's 22. Okay. The next question we are asked to draw a box and whisker diagram. So I'm going to just draw it here next to, so you can have the data in focus. Right, so for 1.3, the box and whisker, the box and whisker diagram needs to be drawn on a scale. Okay, you can't just draw the box and whisker, it must be on a scale. So what I do is I take my ruler and I draw a line. Okay, the lowest value is 14 and the maximum value is 29. So that gives you a spread of, what's in 29 minus 14? Did it give you? 15. No? 15 divided by 10? 1.5. So I'm going to make it approximately 2. So the smallest number is 14, so I go 1 less than that, so it's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. No, that's partial. So it's 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. What I do is I choose the number just after and just before as well. Okay? You all okay with that? So for the box and whisker, I need the 5-number summary, which is your lowest value. Quartile 1, quartile 2, which is your median, quartile 3, and your maximum value, or your highest value. So your lowest value we know is 14, quartile 2 is 19, quartile 1 is 17, quartile 3 is 22, and the maximum value is 29. If they'd asked you to write down the 5-number summary, those are the 5 numbers you would have written down. Okay? So 14 gets a dot. And 29 As you can see, 28 is there, 29 has to be in the middle. Quartile 2 gets a stroke at 19, so there's 18. 19 is midway. Okay. Quartile 1 is 17, 16, 17. Yeah, 17. Quartile 3 gets 22. There's 22 on there. So there's your box and your whiskers. That's your whisker diagram. Okay. Any confusion there? Then in question 1.4 they ask you to calculate the mean. How do we calculate the mean? Sum of all the numbers divided by number of numbers. How many numbers are here? 19. So we add up all the numbers. What did you guys get? Sorry? 372. This gives you a mean value of 19,58. Okay, is there any confusion there? No? Then in the next question, question 1.5, the 5-number summary of the time in seconds taken by 19 boys to complete the puzzle was given. Calculate the interquartile range for this time taken by the boys. So if this is the 5-number summary, this is your lowest value, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and the maximum value. Not so? So how do we calculate the interquartile range? Quartile 3 minus quartile 1, which is 26 minus 19, which gives you an answer of 7. What if the question was for the semi-interquartile range? What would you have done then? Divide by 2. Okay. How much percent of the data lies between quartile 1 and quartile 2, quartile 3? 50%. Okay? The quartiles divide the data into quarters, which is 25% segments or parts. Okay? Yes? You see, if you're looking at the box and whisker diagram, no? This here is your median, that's your middle number. The middle number, no? Is your median. So what happens is, if that is the middle number, of course that's going to be 50%. Not so. Now this is the median of the lower set, or the half of the lower set, which is always been have to be 25%. So all of these parts are 25%. The representation of the dot. Understand? So if you ask what is from your lowest quartile to your maximum, 75% is. Okay. Any confusion? Right. Here's another question for 1.5. Let's do another one for 1.6. Okay, in question 1.5 we are told if only one boy takes 19 seconds, to complete the puzzle, what percentage of the boys took less than 19 seconds to complete the puzzle? So in other words, they ask you, how much percent of the data is it from this point to there, to the lowest value? I just explained it. Not so. That was your lowest value, your quartile 1, that has to be 25%. 25% of the day. Okay. And then the last question in question 1. We are asked, in which group, the girls or the boys, did a larger number of learners complete their puzzle in less than 23 seconds? So if you look at 23 seconds from the boys, 23 seconds on the boys, is at that point not so, which is quartile 2. You all agree with that? So how much percent of the boys completed it under, was it under or above? Less than, so it's under. So how much percent of the data completed less than 23 seconds? Huh? 50%. Not so. And the girls, we check here for 23 seconds. There's 22. So 23. How many of the girls did the puzzle in less than 23 seconds? More than what? More than 75% of the girls. Did you see that, people? Because at this point there, 22, it's already 22, already 25%. 75%. Not so. So more than that is more than 75%. Will be greater than or equal to 75%. So to read the question again, it says which group, girls or boys, did a larger number of learners complete the puzzle in less than 23 seconds? And the answer is the girls. Why? Because I'm more than 75% of the girls completed the puzzle. Not so. Whilst only 50% of the boys completed the puzzle in under 25 or under 23 seconds. Does it make sense, people? Right. So let's go to question 2. So in question 2, I'm going to do the working out on the side, so I'm going to keep the diagram in focus, okay? So I'm going to minimize it a bit now. But first let's read and see if everything's in order. We are told that P, which is negative 1 and 2, R, which is 3 and 0, Q, which is negative 3, and A are vertices. Vertices are the endpoints of the meeting points in of triangle in the Cartesian plane. And PQ is equal to PR. So that is not on the diagram, so I'm going to write that in. Okay. So PQ is equal to PR. Alright, there's no other this here. Alright, first question. Drag the questions out quickly. Okay. So the first question says, determine the coordinates of E, the midpoint of PQ. So if you're looking at E, PQ, so E is approximately here. Not so? So how do we calculate the midpoint? Midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. Remember, if that is x1, that will be y1. If that is x2, that will be y2. Okay. So they wanted the midpoint of PR. I'm highlighting the wrong one. Let's make this diagram a bit bigger. Okay, again, if you make this x1, y1, this would be x2, y2.